Hi friends, I've really missed you. It's really nice to see you. I know I can't actually see you, but I am imagining you in my brain, all 60 of you sitting in the studio with me, making art, having fun. Soon, we'll be back together soon. But for now, I'm really excited to see you through the computer or a phone or whatever you're watching me through. Today we're going to start off super simple. I'm going to show you some materials we might need over the next couple weeks. But if you don't have some of the things that I'm showing you, that's totally okay. We'll figure out the alternative. A lot of it is going to be recycling, stuff that you might normally throw in the recycling bin or in the trash. We're going to save it. We're going to make a box full of all sorts of random stuff. And other stuff is just like very basic art supplies. So first, the recycling. These are things that I'm saving at my house for me and Frankie and Annie to craft with. Your recycling might look different than mine. It's okay. I'm saving newspapery stuff. This is like ads that come in the mail, junk mail, saving it. Tofu container. Oh yeah, it's gonna be great. Yogurt tub, egg carton, oatmeal container, such a good drum. So many ideas for that. Even stuff like milk jugs and milk cartons. So many things. To turn that into so many things. And just any random like cereal boxes, granola bar boxes, and cardboard, plus all of the toilet paper tubes and paper towel tubes. Any of it. Anything good in your recycling, hang on to it. As for like regular art materials, this is just like what my kids use at home. You might have different stuff. You might have the same stuff. Very standard markers, most of them with not matching caps. Colored pencils, some random crayons, a pencil. We also have some like cheap from Target or a grocery store watercolor paints and paintbrushes. You may also want to have some sort of sticky thing. Tape. We happen to have blue painter's tape. That's the only tape we have in the whole house. And glue stick. I don't have any regular like squeezable glue, and that's okay. Also going to use some scissors, kid scissors, grown-up scissors, whatever you have. That's the majority of what we're going to use in these little like online virtual art lessons. Today we're going to do something super simple and lovely. I'm going to give you a hint first and see if you can guess. We're going to draw the Randolph symbol. I have been reading, and lots of people are doing these kind of like neighborhood scavenger hunts with symbols. Like around St. Patrick's Day, I saw that some neighborhoods were doing like putting green shamrocks in their windows as a kind of a symbol of like, hey, I see you out there. Hi, my friends, we miss you. Or like hearts or rainbows or whatever. And I thought it would be really cool if all of us Randolph kids put a Randolph symbol in our windows. So for this project, all you're gonna need is paper, any kind of paper. This is like computer paper. You might have bigger paper, you might have smaller paper, you might have recycled paper from your recycling bin, whatever you got, it's gonna work. And something to draw with, I'm gonna use a blue marker. And then to make the shape, this is actually 4 squares. That's all it is, just 4 squares. I made this one earlier. I'm gonna do another one. But to make the shape, you can either use a ruler, or you can cut out some of that handy dandy cardboard that you've been saving, cut it out into a square and trace around it. Or I happen to have a very nice little square box that came in the mail. If you have something square that you could trace, you can do that too. So for this, I'm gonna use the tracing one that I cut out. Actually, you know what? Before I start, if you are like, oh gosh, I gotta gather my materials, oh gosh, I'm confused, always feel free to pause me. Just put me on pause. I will just stop wherever I am. You won't miss anything. And then when you're ready, push the play button. We'll start fresh. So now's a good time. If you need any of your supplies, pencil, paper, whatever, go grab it. And then meet me back right here at my dining room table whenever you're ready. Okay. So now that you have your materials, let's start. You're just gonna trace your square or use your ruler to make a straight line across. I find it easier to use a square. So you got one square. Doesn't have to be perfect. As my friend Max says, nothing's perfect. And it's true. Everybody's is gonna look a little different, and that is beautiful. Then you're gonna so for this one, my square was just like this, traced around it. For the next one, I'm gonna turn it just a little bit, so it's a little off kilter. And if you're like doing this and I'm going too fast for you, which I might be, because I'm not used to doing this on camera, just pause me until you're ready to move on. So trace that square a second time. Whoop. Make sure you get all those spots. And you'll have something that looks a little like this. It's not quite there, but it's getting close. Then you're going to take your square and do it, turn it just a little bit more. Trace it one more time. Oh yeah, it's almost there. And we're gonna do it one more time because I was counting the squares on my Randolph hat and I counted 4 squares. If you wanna do more than 4, go for it. If you wanna do less than 4, go for it. This is a very no rules kind of art lesson. So you're gonna turn your square one more time. Trace your last square. Remove your little tracing piece. And then you have a beautiful Randolph sun. It looks pretty similar. Not so bad. Now it's up to you. You may want to write a little message inside. You may want to color it in. You could use your watercolors and paint all of the little sun rays on the sides. You could use your markers to do the same thing, or crayons or whatever. I made one earlier. I was cheating a little bit. And I just wrote in the middle, "We heart Randolph." Yours might be tiny. Yours might be smaller than this. Yours might look like that, teeny tiny. It might be, you might have some like giant piece of cardboard that your grown-up saved. Like yours might be this big. Whatever you've got, whatever you make, it's wonderful. And it's just exciting to be making stuff together again. So I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna pick you up. Try not to lose you. So I'm gonna take this one and I'm gonna hang it in my window. It looks backwards for me, but it will look the right way for people outside. Oh, maybe it looks the right way for you too because we're on a camera. Anyway, but I'm excited that when I am out maybe like taking a walk in my neighborhood or driving to the grocery store by myself, I'm excited to look in people's windows or on mailboxes or wherever you might want to put it and see some of that Randolph community love. I miss you guys, and I am so excited to be making art with you.